What about the doctor when the querent is asking about somebody else? A doctor is a partner. We must define what a partner is. And once that's defined, it becomes very simple to determine if we use the radical seventh or the turned seventh for the doctor, be it for a child or a pet or for any other adult. A partner is somebody you share responsibilities for making decisions with. So it depends who makes the decisions in the situation. If you're asking about a child and the child cannot make decisions of their own, then it's the radical seventh. It's the same for a pet. For animals and pets in general, it's always the radical seventh. However, if it's a teenager, it depends on the degree of responsibility that teenager has. If it's a mature teenager that is engaged in their own treatment and decision-making, then it should be the turned seventh. If it's a teenager that's incapable of making decisions for whatever reason, either they're not mature or not engaged, or they're in too much pain and incapacitated, then it must be the radical seventh for the person who's asking. And it's the same thing if you're asking for an elderly person, for example. And if they are totally incapacitated and you are the person who engaged the doctor and is actively making decisions, then I would use the radical seventh. But if the relationship is already developed between the elderly person and an existing doctor, then I would use the turned seventh, not the radical seventh, because the relationship is already established. So as you can see, this is not a black and white issue. Analytical thinking saves the day. You have to analyze the context and then come to the conclusions based on the context.